start at? Up the hill.
Where do you want to start?
What's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and we're gonna do a little live video. We've got Leon Sloan from Kingston Greenhouses. Leon's Greenhouses. We're in Kingston, Oklahoma. Leon's the guy that built my high tunnel, and as you can see, this isn't the first one he's built. He builds hundreds of these things, and he's doing all kinds of cool stuff around here. And I just had a few minutes to stop in and see what all he's got growing, because it's April and he's fixing to start picking tomatoes pretty soon.
Yes.
In April in Oklahoma. So let's walk around a little bit and see what all Leon has going on here. He's kind of an innovator in this greenhouse stuff, doing a lot of things that I can't do in my high tunnel just yet, because NRCS program requires that we do everything in the ground, either in raised beds or whatever, but they've got to be down on the ground. Leon's doing everything in tubs and pots and containers, and even some stuff 8 foot up in the air. So let's walk around and talk about it.
Okay, all right.
Where are we gonna start?
Cucumbers?
Yeah, let's go in here. So this house, let me spin you guys around. He's got cucumbers going in here, and it's all kind of hydroponic. I'll let Leon kind of talk us through this. It's all 50-gallon barrels.
We just took some 55-gallon barrels and we cut us one hole, 4-inch hole in the top of the barrel, and we put 2 cucumber plants right down in that. Just in no soil or anything, just the little bit of soil that was around the in the plugs, and we put a little fertilizer in this 50-gallon of water, and put this pot where it just barely touched the water, and we put them in there, and then we forgot them. We just let them grow. They'll take care of themselves all season. And of course, these were put in February the 23rd on a Friday, and here they are in April now that we're picking cucumbers. We picked a couple of bushel day before yesterday, and then I picked probably a half a bushel today, but they're in here.
Lots of cucumbers. So there is a heater here, but I just want to say Leon is not heating these greenhouses. This is all just natural heat from the sun. So just because you see a heater in here, he hasn't used that in years. It's just still in here. But look at all these cucumber plants in all these tubs. There's cucumbers everywhere, and they're just loaded down. There's blooms everywhere. And he filled these tubs, or these barrels up with water one time. There's not a water source going into them. As the roots grow, they reach down into the water, and he said that 55 gallons of water will last the whole season.
These are squash too.
Yeah, I saw some squash over here in zucchini. You're doing the same thing with squash and zucchini. Look at this. Let me show you guys. Look at all the blooms and the baby squash in there. It's pretty awesome stuff. Let's keep moving. We don't want to stay on here for the next 30 minutes. We're going to try to keep this fast pace for you guys since we're doing it live. There's 64 people watching, so middle of the day, I don't expect to have 150 people, but everybody can go back and watch this later, and we don't have to edit. We can get it out quick.
What I'm doing here is I'm trying to keep having to tie these up or put cages on them, and so I put the barrels in here, and I set the tub, which is a self-wicking tub. It has the water in about 3 inches deep, and we put 4 tomato plants in here, and we let them hang over the sides. The only downside of this is they're going to hit the ground before I get ready for them to. So we've started using the shortest tomatoes we could find for as determinants, and so we're using early dial is what we're using. Early girl hit the ground too far, but we're using early dial, and we let these hang over just like a hanging basket. And you see they already got tomatoes on them, and we'll pick off of these plumb on into June, and then they'll hit the ground, and we'll have to cut the tops off of them down there because we don't want them sprattled all over the ground. So I've started another little deal to put it on 2 barrels to see what'll happen when you get them a little taller in the air. We're going to show you that.
So he's got a whole greenhouse that is nothing but barrels that are, this is amazing. You're going to like this, guys. I've never seen anything like this. It's just, like I said, Leon's always trying something different, trying to find the easiest way to grow this stuff to put less work into it. He do all the work up front and then just let it grow all season, and you just do the harvesting, and that's his goal here, I think. So check this out.
We just don't have time to tie all these up on strings or put cages in them And so what we did, we went on and put 2 barrels. We put 1 barrel down, filled it full of water, then we set another barrel on top of it and tacked it in 4 places so it wouldn't turn over, it'd be good and solid. We put our barrel up here with our self-wicking in it. We put our 4 tomato plants up there, and we're gonna let those hang over and see what happens before they hit the ground. Maybe this will keep them from hitting the ground this season. Just got to try something that makes it easy, because it takes a lot of labor and time to tie tomatoes up on a string, putting cages in, whether you're doing the figure 8 stake and weave, it all takes time. I'm just trying to find a way that's easier and simpler.
Right.
That's what we're trying to do. Now, the downside of this is you're going to have to pick the first tomatoes on a ladder. But,
yeah, because they're pretty tall.
but that's better than having to tie them up.
Right. But so also I think having those barrels full of water helps hold that heat in that's absorbed during the daytime, right? And
Yes,
so
correct.
early season they should stay warmer in here at night.
We're trying to find a way to help you in a raised bed that doesn't cost much. So we've got these boxes that produce comes in, and so we're putting them up on some styrofoam. They'll pull this off the lake now. You can't use this under the boathouses anymore. So we laid a sheet of styrofoam in here that's about 18 inches tall. We set these produce boxes on top of them, fill them full of soil, and so now we're going to try to grow spinach, lettuce, radishes, carrots, stuff like that in these boxes like this. We're just not there yet. We're working on it. We just haven't had time to get everything going, but that's what we're trying to do down through here, because so many people can't bend over to work on the ground. They want to be up off the ground a little ways. We can even set these on up barrel high if we want to, for people that really can't get over, but we're really trying this out for people in a wheelchair to get close to it and see what they can do.
Yeah. Cool. I'm telling you, every time I come down here and visit, he's doing something completely different. It wasn't that long ago, he just started putting tomatoes up on these tubs, and that was kind of a new idea, and it was low to the ground. And then, like he said, the problem they had was the tomato plants spill over and they're growing all across the ground and you can't walk through there. But he does everything in these tubs, all kinds of different tub experiments, different ways to water, different ways to save water.
Of course, we've got radishes, green onions. We've got carrots growing over there in the tubs, sugar snap peas. We're stringing them up on strings and growing potatoes underneath them. But what I wanted to go show you is the corn and the tomatoes in a house up here.
Yeah, this is like mid to late April, and Leon already has corn that's got tassels on it, and silk's coming out on the stalk. Oh, pit stop.
It's so easy to grow spinach in these tubs, raised beds, so that people can have spinach. Of course, I know Daniel grows lots of spinach too, but look at that size of those leaves. Those are just beautiful and good to eat. Oh, I tell you what, it's nothing like eating fresh spinach that you raised yourself right there.
Oh, I agree. Look at this Swiss chard down here, guys. This is gorgeous. This stuff is, I mean, just look at the colors of that Swiss chard. Now, let me ask you this, Leon. I've got a question.
Okay.
So I grow in my greenhouse at home. I do a lot of greens because we juice a lot.
Right.
The problem I'm really struggling with aphids, and this when I try to grow Swiss chard, I get 1,000 of those, I don't know what they're called, but little bitty green worms. They just destroy my Swiss chard usually.
You're going to have to use BT on them. The main thing is to keep this stuff fertilized heavy where that they'll grow fast and bugs can't see these
Right.
good that's fertilized, good plants that's fertilized. So
Just get the plant stronger
that's the
than
main
the
thing.
bugs.
Keep it stronger than the bugs. That's correct.
So in like these tubs and stuff, so I've been doing a lot of my own compost out of the goat manure and hay and all that, making a lot of compost ourselves, but I don't want to bring in too much chemical fertilizer into my greenhouse in that soil. So what do you recommend there?
We don't use any chemicals here. It's strictly organic what we use. There's a Nature Source, which is liquid that you can use. It's a 10-4-3 if you need nitrogen.
Yeah.
We have a Sustain, which is chicken poop and turkey feathers composted, which we have a 8-4-4 and a 4-6-4. I use the 4-6-4 because I need more superphosphate than I do the nitrogen.
Mm-hmm.
And Then we use a sea mineral, which is evaporated ocean water, and it has about 90-something different trace minerals in it. So we use that along for our macronutrients.
Right.
And we use the sustain for our, major nitrogen, superphosphate, and potash.
Yeah.
And but we try to go all organic. We're not certified, but we try to use organic methods as best we can.
Yeah. Well, it shows. It sure looks pretty in here. This Swiss chard is amazing. Look at this stuff.
Here's some lettuce, romaine lettuce.
Lettuce.
Look at this here, just two-colored lettuce. Isn't that pretty?
Yep. Leon, there's 100 people watching right now. You got a big audience following you.
Well, you might make me clam up here in a minute. But you can see these leeks, how they grow in here too. We put them in.
They look like trees. Look how big those are. Look at that.
Pretty good size. Almost as big as baseballs. They're fixing to go to seed here in a little bit, so we're probably about at the end of those where we pull them out and make leek soup out of them.
All right, back on track. We're gonna go down here to the corn house. He's got so many greenhouses here, it's unbelievable. But this one's just corn. Look at this. Guys, we're in Oklahoma. We had a freeze less than a week ago, right, Leon?
That's correct.
We've had a lot of frost over the last couple weeks. But look at this. We've got corn. This guy's growing corn. He will be picking corn, and how long do you think it'll be before you start picking?
Maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. Last week I didn't have any silk at all, so this is just came on this week. But we'll see how fast those ears grow.
Well, the way your soil is,
there's one of the little ears right there. That's what it looks like right there right now. So I can't tell you yet, but
yeah,
we'll see as it grows. This is our first time to put it out in the spring. We put some in 3 years ago in September, I think it was, and we ate fresh roasting ears for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day.
Wow.
And so we enjoyed that.
That's amazing. Everybody's so used to, trying to grow their own vegetables, and something like corn is such a short crop. I mean, you plant it all and it's all ready at once and it's done. You don't get to spread that season out. Well, Leon's figuring out all kinds of ways to spread this stuff out and have fresh vegetables throughout the year, not just once.
And we're not doing this to sell. We're really doing this to eat ourselves. Of course, I'm sure a lot of the friends will get in on it too, but this is the house that we put in February the 23rd of this year, because we had a seminar on the 25th, so we put in 2 days ahead of the seminar, and it was just 6-inch tomato plants. Now here it is, middle of April, and that's not quite 2 months old from the little plants up to this. We haven't had to cover a single time inside this year, even though it got down to about 28, I think it was, as cold as we got this year since I put these out. 4 years ago, it got down to 16 degrees outside, and I refused to use these heaters because it costs too much to heat them. So we came in here and put a little plastic over this row, and then come on up here and put another second layer of plastic on up to 4 foot height. And I made us 1, 2, 3 levels of plastic, and each layer is worth 8 degrees. So 3/8 is 24. You add that to your 16 degrees outside, that would put you at 40. And the coldest we ever got was 42 degrees underneath that bottom plastic. So we were tickled about that. So that's what we're trying to learn how to do, is grow this food without using any kind of electricity or fuel of any kind.
Yeah, because an extra layer of plastic is a lot cheaper than running a big propane heater all the time.
We take the old plastics off and we just save them to use inside.
Right.
And no wind blows on them or anything, so they just lay here. It's not any problem. You got to fasten them down. This year we'll put barrels of water inside and fill them up with water just to catch a little bit of heat, to give us a little bit of heat transfer around the sides to keep it from freezing in here. So it worked, and so you can see our tomatoes are 4 feet tall now.
So this is 2 houses combined. You can see there's 2 houses side by side. This would go all the way to the ground, but he's opened those up to connect. So they're 96 feet long. How wide is this, Leon?
This would make it 16 to 16 is 32, and 4 is 36 foot.
Okay, so how many tomato plants do you think you have planted?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 400 to 450 in here.
About 450 plants. Any idea on about your estimated harvest? How many pounds you expect or hope to harvest out of here? or is it just kind of
We think we do somewhere around 12 to 15 pounds.
per plant?
Per plant, yes. I have friends that's getting up to 25 pounds, but they're pushing a little harder than I do. I have to do other things besides just grow this, but yeah.
Yeah, you've got a few things going on for sure.
So, but we can get up to 15, 18 pounds per plant.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, what else we got?
That's about all we've got, except over here we're trying our hand at growing cut sunflowers now. We've sold several greenhouses to customers that are raising flowers to make cut flowers to take these farmers markets. And evidently there is pretty good money in cut flowers. So I thought, well, so I know a little something about cut flowers. I'll just put me in some sunflowers. And it looks like it's going to be another 3 weeks or so, and we'll be having some sunflowers to cut. And of course, then we put our pimento peppers in here because we make so much pimento cheese for people that we just started 2 rows of pimentos. And if you've never eaten any pimento peppers, you need to plant you some pimento peppers. They're sweeter than your bell peppers. And try that. See, let them get red, blood red, and they are delicious. Just like eating an apple. That's about all I got to tell you, Daniel.
Well, guys, like I said, this is Leon Sloan in Kingston, Oklahoma. And Leon, I mean, how many greenhouses do you think you build for customers in a year?
Oh, Daniel, probably 100, 150, something like that.
So Leon, like I said earlier, is the guy that built my high tunnel greenhouse. I got it mine through the NRCS grant. I've talked about that a lot on my channel. But if you're looking to get into growing in a greenhouse, I know not a lot of you are from Oklahoma, but if you want to make a road trip, this guy right here has more knowledge that he can share with you in 20 minutes than I promise you than I could in 2 years on my YouTube channel. And so you do kind of little walk around tours like this all the time?
Yes,
here?
we do. Yes, every Sunday. We take people by every Sunday through these houses. We have a seminar the last Sunday of each month, just so that people can come and kind of be in a group, talk to other fellow growers and things like that. But every Sunday I stay in town so we can take people around and let them see this, you know.
Right.
And
well, this is just so much fun to come down here and see, because it's really kind of inspiring for my little greenhouse and what can be done. And I know you guys enjoy watching it. I'd like to get down here and do more stuff with Leon. You can learn so much in such a short amount of time. But anyways, guys, if any of you are looking to buy a greenhouse, high tunnel, any size, I mean, what's your smallest size? Like 12 by 12 or something?
No, we make a 8 by 10.
8 by 10, all the way up to
26 wide and 2 or 3, 400 foot long, whatever you want.
Any size, any design. He built, everything's custom built. So if you want to get in contact with Leon, what's your telephone number?
580-564-5909.
And you better be ready to be on the phone a little while if you call Leon, because he can talk. And I love calling Leon when I have a question, because there's so much knowledge and he's so good at this stuff. You can really truly tell he's passionate about what he's doing. He's been growing plants like this for decades. I mean, how long have you had a commercial business growing?
56 years right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
56 years professional knowledge. If you're looking for somebody that knows greenhouses, knows how to grow in a greenhouse, this is a guy to call. So anyways, guys, we're up to 138 people watching. That's amazing. I wanted to get this done because I don't have a lot of time. I've got to go to work today. Didn't want to come in here and film and edit and do all that. I wanted to get this out to you guys quickly because we didn't have any other video to post today. And I knew a lot of you would enjoy this walk around tour of Leon's facility just as much as I do. So we wanted to bring you guys along. Someone asked a question just now. Does Leon have a website? No.
Not really, no.
Don't have a website. Everything's just here. He call him. Trust me, just call him if you have any questions about building a greenhouse, or you're wanting to buy a greenhouse kit. I mean, you can ship kits around the country, or he can come. I mean, you go several states and install.
Well,
right?
I do. I go into Texas and up into Oklahoma, and way out in the Panhandle. Had one come from Iowa this last week and pick one up. Got one coming from Maryland the first of the month to pick one up. But we'll try to help you out any way we can, and let's teach these kids how to grow food, homegrown, and let them learn to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so guys, everybody's asking questions. They're wanting your phone number one more time.
580-564-5909.
And when I get home, I'll go back into the description, add that in the description box down below, so it'll be down there too in a little while. Leon is located in Kingston, Oklahoma. South Central Oklahoma. If you're not familiar with the area, we're just right north of Lake Texoma, almost well surrounded by Lake Texoma
5
right
miles
here.
to the lake down here now, Daniel.
So anyways, guys, that's all we've got. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this little walk around tour. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.